Drive on Lugnutz.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
Nothing left to do but to crank over those engines, gearheads, because 'tis none other than us, the Lugnutz podcast, of course.
I recorded the end of September 2024. Stellantis pauses. Mitsubishi celebrates. Stellantis goes to Paris. That and more this week. Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here. Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast. Spelt with a Z because we're edgy. And that's where you're going to find all of our luggy and nutty polished content coming to you at a timely manner. And we have a couple buns in the oven, if you will. I am wearing my La Crema shirt right here, the Tony Yolanda shirt, because we have a docu-series coming, Life of an Indie Pro Wrestler, Tony Yolanda, La Crema. And you can look forward to that, as well as another special we may be doing.
Secret. Don't tell anyone it's a secret.
Shh. Hush, hush. But a lot of great things coming out of this oven, just like this first story.
Up first, Stellantis pauses. They're going to pause the Fiat 500 because no one wants it.
Man, when I was just looking for jobs, there was this drive job to where it was like driving education, and then I saw one of these vehicles. It was a Fiat, and I was like, "Oh God!"
They're little go-karts. That's why they drive them. And everyone remembers what Fiat stands for, right?
Fix it again, Tony. Yeah. So what's Fiat doing?
Due to sluggish demand, they say this measure is necessary due to current lack of orders.
So nobody
in the
cares.
European car market.
Not even in Europe,
today.
where they need small cars. Nobody gives a crap.
They don't want it there
They-
either.
Like, you can keep it, Tony.
We don't. You know what? We don't need Fiat. We got the Dodge equivalent.
Yeah.
So we're good.
You can keep it, Tony. Yeah, we're fine.
Hey, let's see what they're doing in Korea.
Korea.
Mass production of the Korean Kia electric vehicle powerhouse.
Yeah.
They have a brand new low-cost EV plant. They're going to be making EV3 and EV4 models for mass production.
They look dumb.
In the Autoland plants, it started quite some time ago.
Yeah.
Building it.
Yeah.
Pre-orders for the Autoland in South Korea. Pre-orders for the EV3. It will be about $30,000 or 42 million Korean whatevers.
I mean, I certainly hope they planned out this factory well and didn't just pop it up like a Hollywood video back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, boop, and now we sell you videos.
The
you know,
EV
plan out the factory a bit.
Get yourself an EV4 for about 35 to 40 grand. They
That's
got a
affordable.
new one
That's
that's going to fill up the top of the range market. 40 grand. It should get about 599 kilometers or 347 miles.
God, do I always have to be the wet blanket with EVs? I mean, when you're replacing that battery, though, do you have 10 to 20 grand?
No. On me? No, never.
So that's probably a no in the EV market for me. I'm just going to put it out there like that. I mean, when you have to replace that battery, how are the prices on raw materials? You know, you got to look into those economic factors.
At these plants, they can pump out 150,000 EVs annually.
Okay.
So that's a lot of EVs to be pumping out into the market. Hyundai will open a massive 7.6 billion mega plant in America, in Georgia, next month.
Of course they will. Of course.
They're also working on a new battery project to.
There's a
develop-
bunch of automotive plants in Georgia and Atlanta, by the way, that like down south. It's like the place where they put it, and especially in the middle states like Kansas and all that. They'll just pop out a plant and then, hey, it's made in America, assembled in America, more likely. But I mean.
Realistically, cars are made everywhere because there's teeny tiny little parts. Unless you get that tax credit, in which case it is made right here.
Yeah, but if your part is on back order, gotta tell you, it's probably a foreign part.
I'm waiting for a part for a dresser that's not coming in either.
This is
For
simple
my work.
parts. Simple parts issues.
Simple.
They
It's
pop up
just
everywhere.
a little. I just want to.
Just to peek behind the curtain there, everybody has parts issues. Everybody has parts issues. So when you're pumping out this many cars.
As of this recording, we are still getting packages. There's a Teamsters strike in the States, as we would call it.
Yeah.
So they're really pissed. Please give them what they want.
So, everybody
wants their parts.
That's the title of the
Just
podcast.
like this next story.
Girls just want to have fun, and everybody just wants to have their parts.
Mitsubishi celebrates. You'd think they'd have a article with a picture with a celebration. Mitsubishi Motors is celebrating the EKX EV, which sounds like I just bashed on the keyboard. And the Nissan Sakura electric mini vehicle has reached a record of 100,000 units.
It does sound Japanese. Sakura.
Started in May 2022 at the Minzushima plant.
Okay.
Took about 100,000 units. Took about 2 years, 5 months.
I don't know if that's an accurate statement as to make a car like that.
Well,
was it
that would
efficient or
mean
wasn't it?
The last story, they could make 150. These people made
Yeah, but
100
that was-
in 2 years, so
Yeah,
that plant
but-
is twice as big as the other one.
Yeah, but this is Mitsubishi. So what kind of quality are you really
No,
expecting
look.
out of it?
Oh, wait, no, that was Korea, right? It's not the
Yeah.
Japanese 5. Yeah.
No, it's not the Japanese
No,
5.
they're not
And this
included in
is
Japanese 5.
this
Koreans
is I
aren't
guess
Japanese.
technically in there, but it's
Still.
what kind of quality are you looking at a Mitsubishi right now? Because they don't make the Evo. They just dropped out of everything besides pumpkin spice latte bitches kind of cars.
Okay, well, people like that too. Or
Doodle loves his pumpkin spice food. So I'm not shitting on it, all right? Apparently dogs like pumpkin spice too. I'm not lying either. I bought my dog pumpkin spice food.
I believe him.
This is behind the curtain. Once again, behind the curtain there. I bought my dog, but it's the season. What?
How about we keep it at a car show and go to the next story?
That's a good idea.
We'll pumpkin spice this next one.
I will say, I do love Death of the Fox. When I stopped by there, it was so good.
They have this coffee.
They can't keep on the shelves?
Some portion of every purchase goes to the T.J. Bucarell Suicide Prevention Foundation.
Yeah, Suicide Prevention and Awareness, Timothy J. Bucarell
When
Foundation.
you're over at the Death of the Fox Brewing Company,
That's the one I was at right there. An amazing place.
pick up a blue bag of the FAFO. Forever Aware
For others. Yeah, man. Forever Aware for Others. FAFO coffee is always out there for you. You can find it at Death of the Fox, and I am so very proud that they told me they can't keep it all on the shelves. Everybody wants to donate to this charity because it touches so close to everyone's hearts. So make sure to stop out to Death of the Fox, hang out, grab a beer, grab your coffee for the next day, and enjoy the atmosphere because it's a really great place, and we will definitely be doing some events with them in the future. So make sure you go to Death of the Fox and grab the Fafo coffee.
Paris is upon us. Paris Motor Show, Stellantis is going to be attending with all their subsidiaries.
Oh, boy.
Announced 2024, October 14th through the 20th. This year, they'll be spotlighting Citroen, Peugeot, and Alfa Romeo brands.
I mean, Stellantis is essentially like the Kardashians of the automotive world right now.
They're all kind of like that in a way.
In a way, but, you know, they're the most prominent because we're Stellantis. And they're very proud of it.
I think everyone's going to be at the Paris Motor Show. Paris Motor Show is
it's a peacocking event.
Big thing. Peugeot will present its 100% electric range for the car market. Let's go over to that first bean footage. Paris 2024, you'll be seeing this one. This is the new Peugeot that they'll be displaying. Part of the brand's 100% all-electric range. They just build them. You have to charge them.
Right.
Got to look on your chart for your charging times. I'm allowed to charge from here to there. Oh, no, I'm at work. Oh, no.
I mean, it's not a bad-looking car, though.
It's not bad for one of those crossover things. Let's go see what Citroen is doing. They'll also be presenting a new World 3 in the world lineup for Citroen. Here's a Citroen that they'll be coming across. The C3 and the C3 Air Cross is what you'll see at the Paris Motor Show this year. It's not a bad-looking car.
And this one as well?
That's not a C3. That is a C3.
Are you sure?
That's not a Citroen. See, American C3, and you could.
I mean, maybe somebody will drive one there.
Right. Well, this is an American C3, and this is a Citroen C3.
Okay.
I know, a
So
little
now you
underwhelming.
know.
I don't think there's too many astronauts driving this one. Although there's a European Space Agency, so maybe they have one, but it's probably not.
The more you know.
Yeah. Let's go see what Alpha. Let's give a look at the Alpha. They're always fun to look at. Alpha is doing a lot of fun stuff at the Paris Motor Show. The Veloster 280CV we'll be seeing and a global premiere of the Tondale. Showcasing for the first time, and the Stridesdale 33, which they'll only be making
33. Yeah, I kind of
just-
figured that was
just
coming.
33.
Yeah, 33 of them.
Of them.
They're only going to be making 35.
That's it.
Oh.
Alphas are good-looking vehicles.
Yeah, they are.
I like the
mean,
look of an Alpha.
They look nice, but, you know.
Underneath, it's still a Dodge.
Yeah, it's still Dodge. That's where you
It
can't
looks-
really trust it.
I like the way most Dodge vehicles look.
People really trusted Jeep outside of the Wrangler
I owned one.
until, you know, a certain merger. You know, there's a lot of stuff in mergers in the car industry that affect the quality of your car.
Yeah.
And sometimes when somebody gets too big for their britches, they sometimes put out a less than proper car, we'll say.
Well, let's see what Leap Motors is doing. There's the stripy looking one there. Leap Motors will present a tech-centric, affordable electric mobility solution, the B10, a C-segment SUV.
Okay.
Kind of looks like all the rest.
I can't see what there's just a dusty rock
But they're expanding
image
their product
there.
lineup to
I
Europe.
don't see anything because it's camouflage,
It's an exciting product expansion to Europe.
if you can see it.
Stellantis CEO will give the keynote at the Paris Automotive Summit.
Okay.
Stellantis is also investing $50 billion over the decade in electrification to reach their 100% blah, blah, blah electric target by 2030.
I mean, everybody has their targets.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, it's not a bad looking car, though, overall.
I think I sound like a broken record, but where's the power coming from?
You know, magic.
You can't charge all the cars in California as it is, and you're going to go all electric? Really? we're going to need Toyota to save us. Like, what was it last week with the Toyota developing that water car?
Yeah.
Can't silence Toyota. They're too big. Silence some guy in his garage when the CIA shows up.
Yeah,
You know.
but Toyota, that's way too many people. That's way too many people to,
So
make go to sleep.
yeah, you can't.
Can't silence the water engine. I mean, and even Einstein was talking about an air engine that certain propulsions companies are looking at now.
Air engine?
Yeah, air engine.
Okay, here it is. We have a prototype right here. It's invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there are people out there trying to do the Lord's work without
If you're out
fossil
there,
fuels.
if you're out there trying to do the Lord's work, you might want to check out our website.
We want you to hop on over here, facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast. And that's where you're going to find all of the polished, luggy, and nutty content that we produce right out here for you, just like the docuseries and the Lugnutz special. I mean, all the stuff that we want to produce out there for you. Wink, wink. And we have a lot of stuff going on, just like the next time that you see us. It doesn't matter if it's a Toyota or if it's a Ford, because nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on! I know. Earned your end credits, man. Earn them. Lugnutz indeed. The first fan of Lugnutz. Link Diablo. I know.
Well, technically, he's a dog.
I mean, he's still the first fan.
Sure.
I didn't say it was by
I
choice.
thought you said first man.
Oh, fan. No, fan. Yeah,
That
first
makes
fan.
so much more sense.
Yeah, first fan. But get ready. We love you. We miss you. We want to see you next time. Until then, drive on, Lugnutz. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.